Okay, looks like I'm recording, and this is Records by Robert, volume number 3. I'm Robert, at least sometimes, and around me are surrounding records. What I'd like to do is go over a few, maybe not so well known, albums and tunes that have intrigued me over the years, and give you guys a shot at listening to them without having to. We won't say it. Give a shot at, just a quick little sample. So, this is, here I am, today's list. We're going to start off with some Robin Trower and move through a handful of genres, and we're going to end up at, we're going to end up with a wicked blues guy, John Campbell. Gorgeous blues. So, that's Robin Trower in the background. And this is Robin Trower in the foreground with his 50th anniversary edition of Bridge of Sighs. Hell of a great album, released back in 73, obviously. Or 75? 73. Trower was at first dissed. I guess it's a crappy word, but people were watching him, were saying, he's ripping off Hendrix and all this stuff, and no, he's not. I mean, he might be using the same equipment, but he's got a different sound and different everything about him. That was Robin Trower with the first cut off of Bridge of Sighs. Second thing we got coming up is some long hair, if you will. This is Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and boy, that's a tough one to. Yeah, I'm getting a reflection of light in there, but Vivaldi, let's say he was the Eddie Van Halen or guitarist of your choice of the Baroque period back in the 1700s. That man had to play, and if you wrote stuff like this, you had to definitely play stuff like this. And this concerto, right now, at least off of this album, is played on period instruments, which means what was written then is recorded now on the instruments made in the 17th century, 1700s. That's where Stradivarius comes in. So, very woody, really tasty feel to it. Next up, I'm gonna get someone's attention here, and how did I go off? Here we go. No. You really? There we go. Okay. Next up is something called art metal, and this is an ongoing. Johan Hellborg is a Swedish bassist who is just otherworldly, and he gathers otherworldly musicians around him and tosses CDs out every once in a while. And in this case, there's a gentleman playing a kanjira, which is an Indian finger drum. It's a very small, literally play it in your hand. And the guy is world renowned for playing this kanjira. And let me see if I can get to a little better part here that would exemplify it. Here. Let me turn it up a little bit. So the guy's kind of let loose on this just a bit. Here we go. I'll let it run for just a second. I'll shut up too. Just absolutely insane speed. And yeah, that's about it. That's a good example of, let's say it's jazz for Meshuggah enthusiasts. Just crazy speed, crazy stops and starts. Okay. Next up, we're gonna do something. We're gonna slow it way down, and we're gonna do this thing called Votive, and it's from the Trinity Project, which is a two-person husband-wife team that's also known as Ego Likeness. And this is a short piece, just great samples and power to it. There's one piece that's maybe a 20-minute long song, and that ventures back to, it harkens back to harkens back to the mid-70s, and it sounds like Klaus Schulze or Tangerine Dream at that time. There's one song on here, maybe I should have put it on instead of Votive, called Tornado, and it's just a gorgeous recitation of a poem of a tornado approaching, and just a gorgeously written and produced. It's some different stuff if you have a thirst for that. Who's next? Oh. Let's go to we're gonna try Fripp off of the Chrome album from Catherine's Wheel. Yeah. This is their second album, and their first three records were just incredible, I thought. In earlier versions of the show, I may have mentioned that I had a once in a while DJ spot on a show here in a college radio show here. And I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Bill for keeping me on the air once in a while. It was great, but we used to open with this because it encapsulated exactly what the show was all about. And nice spacey, overdriven guitars, great vocals, and nonsense lyrics. Nice, and it's just a hell of a cool down piece. Here, I'll just let this play a little bit, and we'll get over to Inter Arma, I think, in a sec. Yeah, there she is. Right? Yeah. Okay, from the let's say, I can't think of the word of it right now, but the Calmness produced here. We're gonna step on over to the Paradise Gallows, which is from a band out of Richmond, Virginia. It was Inter Arma. And a number of years ago, I saw them open for Carcass, and I was greeted at the door, or not the door, but as I walked into the hall, by an absolute wall of sound, and got up towards the stage, and two guys on guitar were playing in unison, and meanwhile getting so much controlled feedback, I guess you could say, out of the guitars, and it was a super strong piece, very slow, like this. And the singer, he didn't growl, he didn't yell, he bellowed. And let me get to the part here where it sounds so good. Nope, a little too far. Here we go. I'll let him play. Oh, jeez. And if you can find beauty in this, and I can, I love it. I don't know what's wrong. But you can hear the guitars go out of tune. They're hitting the chords that hard. Yeah. Awesome, awesome band. And I just wish that some of the people who do the sound live were a little more attentive to what's going on and didn't blow us out of the venue. Anyhow, awesome. Coming around here, I've got the one and only. They're coming. Next up, Joe Bonamassa. One of his many live albums. He'll put out a one or two studio, and he follows them up with live. And he is incredibly talented. The bands he put together. Hold on. The personnel are on just top of the game. Heck of a bluesman. Okay. And I've seen him twice. And the second time, a guy and his date came along, and his date fell asleep during the first song and was out the rest of the show. So we talked amongst ourselves for a while. And that was, I think that would have been my last date with that woman. And she turned that on. Anyhow. Great show. Great show. And next up is simply one of my favorite guitarists, and that's Jeff Beck. This is Rollin' and Tumblin', and it features Imogen Heap on vocals. And what's incredible, I feel, about this tune, it's a 1940s blues piece, and it's Jeff Beck's fills, especially on the second part of the tune. Let me get over there. Next up, we'll be quick here. Western Fires. This is by Kennedy Rose, and it's probably the only country western-ish album in my collection of a lot. What drew me, I heard them somewhere, and I heard the guitar, and I fell in love with the sound of it. And it was an Ovation. And I found out later an Ovation Pinnacle, and my wife ended up finding one, buying it, and giving it to me for a graduation present. And God, it's got an amazing sound to it, acoustic or electric. But wonderful guitar, and not a bad band either. The two of these girls. What's next? Here we go. You can read it. Here it comes. This is another. Oh, I must have been on an old blues kick here. Motorhead. Hoochie Coochie Man. Ooh. Brian Robertson on guitar, and of course, here he comes. Lemmy on vocals, but Brian Robertson, oh my God, what feel! Whew. The one and only, you know? Next. I didn't bring this up from downstairs. I screwed up. Ready for NFL films? As a kid, I used to get in front of the TV on Saturday afternoons with my tape and tape these things so I could listen to them. And I finally found a couple of CDs with Sam Spence, that's the composer, his music on it. And it even has John Facienda's, some of his narration. But I always thought this was awfully good music. That's why I taped it. And a little French horn action. Okay. Last and not least, if I can do it right, here we go. The blues man here is John Campbell, and I sent a copy of this to a very good friend of mine in Kansas City, and he was head over heels over this. I mean, listen. Great voice. And just... Can we get the chorus going? Goes back to his room and writes it. Talk the lamb. Here we go. Horns and all. Oh. One believer. That's all he's praying for. One believer. So, that is volume 3, all hacked up, but I got my point across, I hope. This is some great music, and it deserves additional ears, you know. So I'll be back with number 4, one of these days when I get the time and inclination to do it, which I always have. I'll fade it out. I ain't gonna fade out because I don't know how to use this yet. Maybe I do. I'll fade it out from here. Take care all.